Hello everybody, welcome back to Legend of Mana. Yeah, let's go dragon hunting. So an interesting thing to note, the next quest absolutely cannot be done unless you have a full party. This is not hard, like the game gives you a pet and you could always just make a golem. So you'll always have a third party member. But I think it's kinda interesting and I wish they did like more interesting mechanics like this. It's kind of odd that they needed a loading screen right there. Maybe I'm just, I mean, what would they load? Dragon of Knowledge. It's not a lizard, it's a dragon, stupid. How are you in Met? Whoa. So yeah. The reason why the last mission existed was because they were bringing context to the fact that there are magic herbs here because there's a dragon living nearby. Also, this place is cool because it explains a certain mechanic that we haven't, like, covered yet. I'm gonna go into this more detail when I actually make the crafting video, but when you're doing agriculture, seeds and stuff, what seeds you use depends on what fruit you get because of color combinations. So if you mix red and blue, you'll either get red fruit, blue fruit, or purple fruit. But that's enough of that. Now this is what I like about the Dragon Slayer quests. They don't fuck around, you're just going. So we saw this guy in Popolza Harbor. Kind of. I also believe you could get this kind of enemy as a unique pet, but I don't remember how offhand. I'll have to like research that. But yeah, this is the first of many bosses in this area. Also, I made new magic. It kind of looked underwhelming, but it really varies because wisp magic is really weird in this game. Like, if people resist it, you're gonna do not much damage to it, but if they're weak against it, oh man, you're gonna do so much damage. Also, this boss has a rocket punch, so he's automatically the best boss in the game. Just saying. You don't see that kind of enemy much, but he's a really cool mid-boss. So I mentioned you needed a full team for this particular area. Damn it, the pet ruined everything. So you needed a full team to get separated from them. You are now alone and trapped in the Bone Fort, and you cannot escape until you get the appropriate number of people to depress those switches. Now normally this would be kind of threatening. If you played this game and you did this quest early, it would be kind of rough because you are not strong. But I am strong. I am strong enough to sing the song of magic and ruin everything. That is actually the best staff technique in the game. If you ever use a technique that says all up, that basically means you have buffed all your stats up for that fight, and you have mastered the weapon. Also, here's a weird thing. There are a lot of hidden passages in the Bone Fort, and you have to figure out what to talk to in order to get out. So, if you ever get lost in this game, examine everything. It's the old JRPG motto. Hello, Excalibur. How are you doing? So now that I got my friend back, I'll have some help? Pets are really good if you, like, develop them properly, but I don't know if I developed, Excalibur properly. He's aggressive, he just doesn't have the kind of bite that you'd expect. See what I mean about, wisp resistance? Those Dane slaves had roughly 3 HP bars, and I melted 2 of them. Wisp Elemental is awesome. And we got a couple more. We got one more room to explore. We don't need to explore here, but I like stuff. What an abrupt door. Now here's the thing. I don't know if this is Toma or not. But here we have an Imperial soldier getting completely ruined. And this is how they make the Ghost Knights. They just steal people's souls and suddenly they get 2 times as tall and then the ability to slash through reality. Like, that scene doesn't explain much, but it explains enough to like think, wow, that was actually kinda cool. An interesting thing to see in the Necromancer 4, the bone elevator. Unfortunately, you can't go to the first floor because you need all 3 people to do that, and that's effectively the exit. But we don't want to exit, we want to kill a dragon. In order to kill a dragon, we need to find, Lark. Sorry about that, jumping cut. I actually got interrupted while recording this video, so you missed nothing. Oh, Tomato Men. I remember you assholes. Never again. Okay, maybe again. I kind of have a weird, like, opinion of, like, healing items in this game. Like, you saw one of those enemies drop, like, a piece of chocolate, and that's meant to restore your HP. The only thing is, you get a full heal after every fight, so I'm kind of wondering if that was worth anything, because, like, you know, if you heal after every fight, there's really no, like, threat of loss. It might have been interesting if they preserved your HP across each fight, and then you would feel the need to hope for a HP drop, but it just kind of, it seems like a weird beat-em-up mechanic that's just kind of outdated. This room actually has no reason for existing. Let's blow it up with magic. I'm actually loving this new spell, it's so strong. I mean, normally I'd ST spam more, but this new spell is nice. It always bugs me when games have, like, treasure chests and stuff as visual effects and not, like, actual treasure. Don't tease me like that. Why can I? There we go. This guy mentions possessing the brand, but it's not actually a thing. You just need to find Lark and you can continue. Now we've seen this guy before and he's still as strong as ever, surprisingly. Doesn't have that much HP, unfortunately, so goodbye. So that floor was for the most part kinda empty for now. It's only useful if you find Lark. Ah. Look, lady, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Can we just, you know, go? Oh. Come on. I mean, I guess your reasoning makes sense, but still. Also, this is one of the few instances of the game where we fight a humanoid. Sierra is actually, like, designed to play like a playable character for reasons that we'll see later in the plot, but she's actually kind of interesting. She's genuinely hard if you're not prepared to fight her. But, about this point in the set of recordings of, like, say, 6 videos, I realized I have it's not the grapple ability, I forget the name offhand, and I'll, check it in a minute, but it basically allows you to turn an enemy around and throw them away from you, and, like, keep them in kind of a stun animation for 2 seconds. And that skill really just destroys bosses. Along with the Song of My People. Bye-bye. So she dropped a key. And I believe that's the brand? I'm not quite sure. Maybe I was wrong a while ago. But let's explore this area. There's stuff here. We dedicated this room for the feather! Aww. Like, this game looks good, but like, some of the treasures you get in this game just feel so weird. Like, here we have the Celtic rune room that holds, like, a single zombie claw. Why? I don't know. It would have been nice if we saw something like equipment or something. One of the, like, minor things that bugs me about this game is that treasure doesn't feel substantial. It's like they were trying to make way to the crafting system, but, oh yeah, you don't want to go this way quite yet. That's progress only if you have your entire team, which we don't. Yeah, third floor doesn't have much, so that key is effectively the brand that the knight was looking for. But yeah, as I was saying, it seems like there's not a lot of treasure in this game because they were trying to, you know, give substance to the crafting system. But because of that, it makes exploring in this game kind of underwhelming. You got all these cool areas to, like, look at, but nothing to really, like, solidify the impression of this is a place that's fun to explore. Hey, wake up. And now that we have everybody, we could continue to that drawbridge I was at a while ago. So, like, 10 minutes into this episode, we've already fought a mid-boss of the zombie Ghost Knight and Sierra as mid-bosses. You think, wow, this level has a lot of content. But there's more, don't worry. Also, the first floor we can finally go to because we have all 3 people. It's basically just, you know, a grand entranceway. There's nothing here. And I feel kind of stupid during recording to do this. Yeah, this is basically demonstrating what you have to do if you ever want to go back to the Bone Palace to, you know, get stuff. But yeah, this dungeon is all about the fighting and the fight mans, and we're gonna see some really cool looking bosses in a minute. Wow, Lark has a history. So this is the third boss we fight, the Deathbringer. Sadly, he's kind of a chump. Like, even when you're under-leveled, he doesn't have much to his name. Like, it doesn't help that Lark's AI is ridiculously good, but, like, the fact that you have 3 people to work with just makes this guy trivial. Yeah, right there. That spin move is too fucking good. Like normally you can't grapple the enemies with the grapple skill, but that spin move, oh man, that is so good. Yeah, that was Deathbringer, and he's unfortunately kind of chump. Good design, but we might see more of him later. Now it's time for the 4th boss! I thought there was supposed to be a dragon here. They really make you feel like kind of a scumbag when doing this. Because it's so obvious that Draconis is the bad guy, but you're just shoehorned into this monstrous act. But here's Jajara, the Bone Dragon. Sorry, I know cool moves. I like Jajara's design. It's very like late, square, soft character design. Really cool. Too bad he gets jobbed because we have way too many dudes. Yeah, look at that. That Wisp magic did like half an HP bar's damage. It's pretty strong. That's Jajara. Didn't even get to use his environment items. What a chump. Literally the worst Dragon Slayer ever. And that was not a slip of the tongue. I'm the worst Dragon Slayer because Jajara is not dead. He's got a phase 2. Phase 2 Jajara, equally as easy, but he's actually kind of a threat if you're not prepared for it because he has actual attacks in this mode. The thing about Jajara is, unlike Acrovator, Jajara doesn't have ways to, like, you know, just stop taking damage, and that just makes him kind of an easy boss, but he has this move. That move's pretty cool, but this is better. And now we have officially slain this dragon. Get out of here, bonehead. I think it's heavily implied that Draconis was the cause of the disaster that set the field for Legend of Mana, but it's hard to tell. Because, like, in Secret of Mana, the thing that almost destroyed the world was the rapid advancement in magic technology. So I'm thinking maybe the over-abuse of mana by Draconis caused the obliteration of the world. I don't want to know about that, dude. I want to know who Draconis is and why does everybody hate him. Because this dude thinks... This dude sounds really evil, even though he gives me cool things like canes. Really not feeling this Dragon Slayer quest, making me feel like a monster. Hey little cactus, today I broke a lot of bones. See you folks next time.